What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Fourth and Short. My name's Carter, and today we're going to be breaking down the Packers' loss at the hands of the New York Giants. So just to preface, just a reminder that I actually did predict last week in my prediction video that the Packers would drop an ugly game during this 5-game stretch. I thought we fully had the capability to win all these games, but I definitely thought with this young team that I wouldn't be surprised at all if we dropped an ugly one because this team is just so inexperienced. And even with when Aaron Rodgers was still in town, we would always have these really ugly games. 2021, week 1 against the Saints, 38-3 blowout, and then we get the 1 seed. Not saying that anything crazy like that's going to happen, but just like to point out that it's one game. I'm not too concerned about it. So in this game for the Packers, penalties were a huge deal. On special teams, on defense, on offense, no matter where we were always getting penalized. There were definitely some calls that I thought could go better for both teams. The Giants got scammed on a few. We got scammed on a few. Obviously, doesn't really matter in the long run. You should be good enough to overcome those referee oversights or blunders. So not making excuses for the team, but just like to point out for both of them that officiating still is a big deal in these games. So with this game, the Packers dropped to 6-7. They are still in the playoff picture as the 7 seed. The Seahawks lost and the Rams also lost. So we are still at the 7 seed. And if we win out, like I still think we will, unless this is the start of a really bad, ugly stretch where we go back to how Jordan Love was playing like week 3 through week 6. Again, not too concerned. I think we're going to make the playoffs, probably at 10-7 record. I honestly think that 9-8 is even enough to get into the playoffs. I don't think that the Rams are going to make the playoffs ahead of us. Honestly, I still don't think the Vikings are going to make the playoffs with how they played the other week. So I think the Packers still could get the 6th seed. I think the Vikings they have 2 games against the Lions in this next stretch and 1 against the Green Bay Packers. I think the Packers are going to take care of them because we can score more than 0 points like the Raiders. And then the Lions are just, obviously, they're struggling still, but they're just a much better team than the Minnesota Vikings. So I think we are going to get that 6th seed and make the playoffs. So in this game, Jordan Love played okay. He started off really, really rough. You could tell that wind was actually a factor. He had some really bad overthrows, underthrows. He just wasn't clicking with his receivers. He went 25 of 39 passing, 218 yards, touchdown and an interception. The interception was really, really bad. And the touchdown actually came at the end of the game to take the lead for the Packers, which unfortunately the defense could not stop Tommy DeVito from driving downfield to get that field goal. In the ground game, A.J. Dillon, 15 for 53 yards. Jayden Reed, 4 runs for 38 yards, which is another thing I would like to address. We ran that play, first play of the game, I believe, and it got a good 22 yards on the ground there. And then we also got a touchdown on that play. So shout out Jayden Reed for that touchdown. But it just felt like we were overusing that play because we thought that they wouldn't be able to take it anymore, and they just kept punching us in the mouth. We ran it probably 7 times and with different receivers, and it just didn't work out. Honestly, probably going backwards on a few of those plays. Even at that 2-point conversion, I would honestly much rather put the ball in Jordan Love's hands, let him make a play, than doing some weird end around where the odds of it working are very, very low. Just to get 2 yards, just put it in Jordan Love's hands or give it to A.J. Dillon up the middle. Patrick Taylor also only 4 runs, but he got 30 yards on that. And honestly, watching that game, A.J. Dillon is much more of a different type of running back than Aaron Jones. Obviously, Aaron Jones hurt. That doesn't help, but he's not a type of guy he's just a downhill runner. He's not going to cut back. He's not going to make these crazy plays like Aaron Jones could. And I saw more of that out of Patrick Taylor. So I would like to see more of Patrick Taylor in the future. He really maneuvered the hole better and was able to use those blocks to his advantage to crank out bigger runs on those first down plays, which I thought was really huge for the Packers offense to not be in 2nd and 11 or 12 and just open up our play calling even more. Receiving, the rookie tight end Tucker Kraft led with 4 catches for 64 yards. Romeo Doubs, 4 for 32 yards. Jaden Reed had 8 catches for 27 yards, so good amount of catches there. A.J. Dillon, 2 catches for 25 yards, had 1 big catch there towards the start of the game. And then Malik Heath, 1 catch for 6 yards, but he got that touchdown at the end of the game to put the Packers in the lead. So obviously, Christian Watson being hurt really hurts this receiving group. Romeo Doubs, I believe, is a fantastic receiver. He had a chance for a touchdown there, just couldn't quite get that second foot down. But nonetheless, I think at the point, if and when we get Christian Watson back, that will be a huge boost. He had been playing really well up to this point in the season. So like I said before, I'm overall not too concerned about this game. A little bump in the road, but I still believe we're going to make the playoffs and possibly win a playoff game. I'm not going to say anything crazy like we're going to the Super Bowl, but I think it's very reasonable to think that we could beat a team like Detroit in the first round of the playoffs if that's what it comes to be. But overall, just a little bump in the road, not too concerned. Hey guys, thanks for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe and check out my channel for more NFL videos.